Alright, greetings, psychosocial classes. This YouTube video is going to be facilitating an activity that we usually do in class, but it's a good activity. And so it's going to be for this week's discussion board. And so this is going to be the grief and loss exercise where you essentially write down 5 things of each category, including most prized possessions, favorite activities, things that are most important to you. Download that form if you haven't yet and pause the video so you can do this part, right? You write down essentially 5 of each. So you'll have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 things there written. A lot of times people ask about pets. You can decide where to put those, if they're people to you or if they're possessions or whatever. No one's going to look at these lists unless you don't want them to. And so you can put down, just make sure you have 25 items there that you value of some kind, okay? And then I'm going to read you a story, which is where you're going to interact with this list, and then I want you to reflect and fill out these questions here, right away, right after it's done. And then I'm going to have a discussion board activity where you don't have to necessarily write down what you did, but sort of your response to those things. And like I said, it's up to you how much you want to disclose. In the setting, you don't have to disclose really anything other than just your feelings and thoughts, okay? But if you don't want to disclose examples, that's up to you. Okay, I'm going to read the story now. So everybody hopefully has their list of 25 things. If not, again, pause it, get that printed out, put it on your computer, however you need to do it. Probably writing it out so you have a pen with you is the best way to do it. Okay, here comes the question. All right, in order to complete this exercise, you're probably going to have to step out of your comfort zone. I'm asking you to put yourselves in the shoes of someone who is experiencing cumulative compounding loss. I know every single person in this room has experienced loss, and I know it is more raw for some than others. The purpose of this exercise is to help you understand the types of feelings your patients may be experiencing as they battle end-of-life issues. As I read this story, I will tell you to cross items off your list. Cross them off in whatever order makes sense to you. Okay. All right. Are you ready? Imagine it is a lovely spring day. You know the kind. One of the first days when the snow has melted and the flowers are blooming and the temperatures are comfortable and the birds are singing. You are young and successful and happy with your life. You step in the shower, anxious to get on with your day. While you soap yourself, you discover a small lump on your neck and another in your breast. Cross off 2 items. Probably swollen glands from your recent cold, pre-menstrual changes, you think, and ignore it and go on with your life. 2.5 weeks later, it is still there. Cross out 2 more items. Probably cold returning. You've been busy, not resting. You've had cystic breasts, you rationalize, and life goes on. But something keeps nagging at you, so you make an appointment to see your doctor. Cross out 1 item. The doctor, after examining you and ordering a mammogram, says, I'm sure it's nothing, but I'd like to biopsy it just in case. So we'll schedule you for surgery at the end of the week. Cross out 3 items. You decide to have a biopsy, frozen section done, and to go ahead with a mastectomy if the lump is malignant, though everyone assures you that it's not. Cross out 2 items. You pull your way through the fog in the recovery room and feel the mass of bandages on your chest. Your worst fears have been confirmed. Cross out 4 items. You recover and have radiation treatment just in case. Cross out 2 items. Slowly you recover. Your strength and life returns to normal almost. It is spring again. 2 years later. You have a cold. You ignore it, as usual. but it doesn't go away. One morning, to your surprise, you find it difficult to breathe. Cross out 2 items. Lung metastasis. You feel your world turning upside down again. That wonderful defense mechanism of denial must be let go. You begin chemotherapy and are very sick, weak, and angry. You lash out at family, doctors, and friends. You want to live, but you cannot eat. Cross out 2 items. One morning, you do not have enough energy to sit in a chair. The doctor tells you the chemotherapy is not working, and he wants to stop it. Cross out 3 items. It seems like life goes on around you in slow motion. Days and nights blur. How odd, you think, staring at your bony hand. As your body deteriorates, your spirit seems to be withdrawing also. You wonder if it's the pain medication or if it's a first taste of death, but you do not have the energy to ask anyone. Cross out the last 2 items. Okay, so that's the end of the activity. I would like you to fill out those questions right now. Be honest. It's more or less about the reflection. And then when you're done writing them, there'll also be a discussion board that will align with this activity. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions or concerns, and you guys have a good week. All right, bye.